Well, we're going to stay with Zimbabwe, and the country's first presidential and parliamentary elections since the end of Robert Mugabe's rule will take place later this year. Now, traditionally, the country's youth have shown very little interest in shaping their destiny. Well, recent statistics from the Electoral Commission actually show that young people now make up 43% of registered voters, which is actually up 15% from the last elections. Well, Mnangagwa reports, and Zimbabwe's politicians are actually now taking note of that youth vote.
Good evening to all my new Facebook friends.
A slow and cautious delivery. Zimbabwe's 75-year-old president playing catch-up with social media.
I'm here to listen to you.
It's an image overhaul to modernize what some see as an aging party leadership. Elections are just months away, and the youth wing has created catchy campaigns for Mr. Mnangagwa, meant to attract a different generation. He's trying to woo this segment, the millennials, traditionally politically disengaged. Statistics show there's been an upswing in voters registering in this group. Gugumpofu, a high school student, has just turned 18. One of the 5.3 million people who have registered. She explains why she is eager to vote.
I feel like perhaps if it would have been maybe 2008 and I turned 18, I don't think I'd have been quite excited to vote, but I feel like now my vote can make a change and say something.
The upcoming elections will be a watershed on many counts. Some believe that for the first time the millennials will have the real power to influence their outcome. The youth are already setting the agenda in terms of the messaging and tones of the campaigns.
Some in the opposition believe they will have a better chance at the polls with a younger leader. Nelson Chamisa has just turned 40, the minimum age for a presidential candidate. He will be the main challenger to the old ZANU-PF establishment. Ngoba Mlambo is an unemployed graduate. He's leading the campaign #generational consensus in support of Mr. Chamisa. He explains to me why he believes youth registrations have spiked.
These are our own social struggles as young people, our own lived realities. Questions of unemployment, questions of economic marginalization, questions of political exclusion in political processes and key decision-making bodies.
After decades of despair characterized by uncertainty, Zimbabwe is heading to one of its most anticipated elections. And millennials are hoping that for the first time, they will have a say regarding their destiny. Mnangagwa, BBC News, Harare.